My name is Arun Kumar and I am the driver. I'm building Driven Auto Care to be a $1 billion auto repair business, and I'm taking you along for the ride with Driven Diary. So if you want to see behind the scenes of taking a business from zero all the way to a 10-figure valuation, please hit subscribe below and let's get to the episode. Okay. Welcome to Driven Diary. It's Monday morning, and I'm showing you, or I just did show you, my spreadsheets and accounting for Driven Performance Advisors / We Are Driven. And I've been busy with the dealership work this weekend because, number one, last week's Bring a Trailer results were disappointing. We had a net loss of $3,560.72. Made money on the ML, made $1,100, lost $1,200 on the Vanquish. That one was highly disappointing. Didn't even crest 30 grand, though we did add value from the previous seller. Not enough. And then the Ram, which I kind of knew this was dumb. Like in retrospect, I really should have just fought harder to wholesale the Ram. I could have broke even at least, but I lost $3,400 selling the Ram on Bring a Trailer. And I was texting with Andy, my dealer buddy in Kansas yesterday, and he said, "Oh, that went for way too cheap." And I agree. But it went for a market correct number on the auction sites. So I kind of knew going in that that's what was going to happen. And as a result, I shouldn't have done it. I mean, that was dumb. But so now let me tell you what's in inventory. I have a Sequoia that I am $6 grand into because it needed every single ABS issue fixed whatsoever. Like when I got it, it had a VSC light on for a yaw sensor. We fixed that. Then it needed an ABS pump. Then it needed a steering angle sensor. Then it needed a brake booster. Then it needed all 4 wheel speed sensors. So that was a nightmare to get all the lights off the dash. In addition, we did a timing belt and a water pump and a thermostat, and then the radiator blew. It's a whole thing. But now it's very reliable. And I drove it 100 and something miles this weekend with my family, and it's going to be the loaner car for the family for the week while the Explorer is in the shop getting the check engine light that has been on since I've owned the car, finally resolved, good, done, complete. Explorer is also due for an oil change and has a TPMS light on, even though we just replaced all 4 sensors. We'll get that fixed. The Excursion is live on Bring a Trailer right now. Sitting out there. It is at $5,500 with 4 days left. That auction ends on Thursday, so I will keep y'all updated on that. Then I have this F-150 work truck, 2.7 EcoBoost, 2-wheel drive, rolled back odometer that I bought for $5 grand off of some Russians in my parking lot, and I spent $3,500 on an engine. Whoops. So $3,500 on an engine, and that truck's only worth about $8 grand with the rollback odometer. So that was disappointing to learn how much I overpaid for the truck. I thought that the engine would be less because the newer EcoBoost engines are less. So that's that. I have a Mazda CX-5 that you've never seen. I bought it for $1,000 off a customer in San Jose. We're putting an engine in it right now, and then that'll be a good one. Then a new one I bought yesterday, which I'll show you in probably the next clip. I bought a GMC Sierra 2500 6-liter Vortec that I'm going to use today to tow a new car home from Tracy, which will be an E55 AMG. And then I'm selling the Sierra as well. So that's what's going on right now. I just updated my QuickBooks to better reflect the accounting for the dealership work. And it's time I work out. It's Memorial Day. I got Murph later to pay tribute to fallen soldiers in the U.S. here. And yeah, let me just show you what this place looks like right now. Got my M3 in here because I drove the Sierra home yesterday. I got this Excursion live on Bring a Trailer. Got that thing. This sold going to Colorado. This sold going to Colorado. So that's it. Happy Memorial Day. Monday afternoon. We didn't end up buying the other car, but we got this E55 AMG, W210 E55 AMG, and now I have a cool Mercedes that I get to flip. $3,500. Somehow I've become a bow tie man because I got that GMC back there. That's the tow rig, and now we have this Tahoe LTZ. This thing is really nice. I actually kind of want an Escalade now that I'm experiencing this, and I've never really wanted an Escalade before, but this LTZ Tahoe, 07, 160,000 miles, grandpa, one owner. Oof. This thing is really nice. So, you really got to buy the seller. And this was just a dude selling it for his aunt, or his wife's aunt. And so it was just an easy deal. He negotiated $200 off the price for me after I offered him $1,200 less than asking. So that's cool. Got a couple things. Needs something with the rear air suspension, and then the airbag light is on. So a couple little things. Then this and that Sierra behind me are probably both heading out to Kansas. So that's exciting. I'll make probably like $4,000 or $5,000 on these two cars combined, and be good. So that feels good. That E55 is scary. Very neglected, very dirty, needs a lot. So that one is going to be more of a project. We'll figure it out. So yeah, I kind of want an Escalade now that I'm driving this. This thing is super, super, super nice. Rides so smooth, like so nice. Anyways, 3 cars in 2 days, what I just did, a little buying spree there. So I'm ready to get back to selling. I've got the CX-5 should be done this week. The F-150 should be done this week. Get those sold. The Excursion auction ends this week. The Sequoia, as soon as the Explorer is fixed, the Sequoia can get sold. So yeah, plenty going on. Back to shop shit tomorrow. Oh, Hamilton's out here being rowdy with the Sierra. That thing is really fast, actually. It's got the 6-liter and it has no exhaust on it, so he's having fun. That's all for now. Uh-oh. Don't worry. I'm not behind the desk because I'm running the Castro Valley shop. I am here because I'm doing rounds. I'm doing rounds to every shop today. It's Tuesday afternoon now. I've already been to Campbell. Started my day in Campbell, San Jose, San Ramon. Now I'm here. Then I will get over to Fremont. And I've been having talks about productivity with everybody, and I think I'm finally getting through to this group of managers the numbers we want to see in terms of productivity. And then we will diagnose efficiency in order to figure out why our proficiency is not good enough. This is what we talked about in our manager meeting this morning. This is what we talked about in an email I sent over the weekend. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm driving the Mercy around, so it's fun, making some kind of day in the life of a multi-shop owner, TikTok, Instagram videos along with it. That's all for now. Wednesday afternoon, and had a busy last 2.5 hours of driving to San Ramon, get my Explorer, drive back down here, be the treasurer for Alcoholics Anonymous. Now I'm back to work, and I was spending all morning problem solving, I guess, trying to make sure everything was running smoothly. And about 10 in the morning, I got a resignation notification. We've never had one before. So I'm a little disappointed by that track record ending, but I'm also, well, I guess I probably shouldn't say more yet because he gave 2 weeks notice. So I'll hold my feedback otherwise, but I called a potential replacement. He's going to get back to me today. He was a guy who I already had lined up. So we'll see if he comes through this evening. Air compressor's out in Castro Valley, trying to find a air compressor repair person who can actually help us. And yeah, that's what's about going on right now, I guess. I got all my cars getting fixed on the other side of the shop. The Tahoe and the Sierra will be ready to go for Monday. We're going to drive them to Kansas. F-150's finally fixed. We got to get a engine repair done. We'll see if that's even possible. And E55 we haven't touched yet. Finished 75 hard today. That's a big win. And I'm going to shoot content this afternoon. That's it. That's all for now. No, that's not all for now. This is why I'm actually upset. I wasn't actually upset until I got an email that I then was just reminded of when I stopped recording. We got an email with a 2-star review for the location that the resigning person manages. And 2-star review that basically said, they're not very honest about their pricing. I called for a quote on an oil change, and I was told $120. When I showed up, it was $123. And he said that he just threw out a random number. So, yeah, that's a bit honest of an answer. Probably about $120 is what I would have said. And then you're on the ballpark. But, oh well. 2-star review, we will take it in stride. That's all for now. Thursday morning, 8 a.m., sitting in rainy traffic in my M3. And it's been a hell of a morning. I finished 75 hard yesterday, and so I guess you could say, as per usual, I got very distracted in lieu of working out and worked quite a bit more this morning at the shop. Got there at 3:30 and basically just worked until 5-ish, and then got in like a 20-minute deadlift extravaganza, did that, and then went home and got home a little before 6, like 5:50-ish, and my son comes running down the hallway crying, and he's wide awake, my wife's not awake, and so I'm making adjustments to my day now. And unlike when I'm on 75 hard, and I would basically just put him back in bed and then run back out the door, and that usually is enough to get him to go back to sleep. I consoled him for a bit, let the dog out to get ready for my second workout, and then he was unconsolable, and so I ended up having to hang out with him for like an hour and a half this morning, more than an hour and a half, hour 45. And during that hour 45, I had a offer accepted for, I don't know if you saw that in the background, that cement mixer dump truck had its stack fallen off. I had the new manager for the San Jose location accept his job offer. I heard back again from the old manager, basically saying the feedback for why he is leaving. And then I had another manager, I got a call from a tech of his location at 7:30 saying, hey, I haven't been able to get a hold of this guy. The shop's still locked up. what should I do? So was able to get a hold of him. He overslept until about 5 minutes ago, and yeah, it's been a hell of a morning. So I am feeling like everything kind of normalized there, but it was definitely like, it's crazy when you have a no call, no show, oversleep, job resignation, and job offer accepted all within 5 minutes of each other. That's the life now. And the other locations are low drama, which is great. But yeah, that's a lot. So we're going to Velocity Invitational this weekend. I'm excited about that. That'll be a good team bonding exercise for everybody. And let's get to work. I have listed the F-150 for sale for 10 grand. I'm getting a lot of offers for 7. I'm trying to get at least 8. We'll see what I get for it. Fighting for 9 right now, considering it's been up less than 24 hours, and I'm getting a ton of messages about it. So one guy's coming in an hour to come look at it. The guy with the Ram, who bought the Ram on Bring a Trailer, he told me he's not going to be able to come get it until June 8th. So I told him, all right, well, you're flying into San Jose. I'm going to go park it at my San Jose shop because it's done taking up space in the compound. It's way too big. So I get to move it today, which is good. And then our Mazda CX-5 can take its spot because that engine replacement got done in San Jose yesterday. So last day of May, we're going to end close to $300,000 in sales, but it was a very short month. There's a lot of loaner car and my car work going through the shops, so cash-wise, definitely not good. Profit might look okay. We'll see. Okay, I think is where we're gonna end up. We've been busy all month. We'll see what it rounds out to at the end of the day today. That's what I got. That's all for now. Okay, unlike last week's video when I was showing you a shitty auction result on the ML, the Excursion has been an absolute war that may be coming to an end right now, may not. We'll see. These two have been very persistent, going back and forth, and I was so kind of stressed about it, I actually left the room before we got to overtime, just so I didn't have to watch this happen. But I'm into this car, this truck, 12 grand, a little over, so I'm getting 15 if that ends up being the final here. There we go, 15 grand. We'll have made 2,800 or so. So that's a great result for this old girl that now gets to leave. And you'll notice the Ram is gone. The Ram is down in San Jose because that guy told me he's gonna fly into SJC in June 8. So I parked that down at our San Jose shop. This should be leaving on a truck tomorrow. Gorgeous car. I don't know what to do with this. Do I run it on Bring a Trailer or do I try to sell it locally? I kind of want to just sit on it and sell it locally. I'm not very heavily invested in it, so I may just keep it and list it because I'd rather just sit on it and get what I want for it for somebody who recognizes all the work we've put into it, instead of just run it on an auction and get low dollar for a really high mileage truck. This is the Mazda that just got an engine replacement. We got to get all this weird trim off of it. It's got that stuff everywhere. Like here on the back, we've got like plasti dipped emblems, and then this weird luggage thing. Bad look. So we'll get that put back together or cleaned up on the outside here. And then the old Tahoe is heading to Kansas this coming week, and the Sierra is getting nearly done, all fixed up on the other side of the shop. And then that can go. F-150 listed for sale. Had somebody come look at it this morning. He's gonna buy it for $9,500. Hopefully, I asked him if he wanted to leave a deposit. He said no, so he might come back. Otherwise, we got new stuff to go buy. So with this result, I am re-inspired with confidence. Time to go look at a new car. Friday afternoon, and I'm about to cross the intersection at the next traffic light where I rear-ended someone in the Camry that I had 3 years ago, October of 2023. Right about here, I rear-ended somebody, and it was a sad day. Actually, it was past this traffic light, but that's not the point of this video. I'm driving right now to O'Reilly, and it's a Friday, and you might be wondering, why are you buying parts on a Friday? Well, I came in this morning because the Sierra that I'm selling to Andy in Kansas, that I'm driving out there on Monday to sell him, needed to be fixed and ready to make the trip yesterday, our last work day of the week, and it was not. We had trouble programming a module that we had to replace, the trailer brake controller module. We trouble programming it for 6 hours yesterday, and again today for another 3 hours or so. Turns out it wasn't plugged in. Then another 2 hours to figure out why the new module had problems with it. It was throwing trouble codes. It's because the controller under the dash was not plugged in. So got those things fixed, and hey, it fixed itself. What do you know? Separately, it now has a check engine light misfiring, no tachometer, and a hard time starting because the crank position sensor went out. So we're gonna replace that. So I'm off to the parts store to get a crank position sensor, throw that in there. Then we'll be ready to make the trip on Monday. I think that's all I gotta talk about right now. The Excursion sold yesterday. The guy's coming to pick it up today. He flew from New Jersey to pick it up, and he's thinking about driving it back, which is cool. So yeah, that's what I got going on. That's all for now. What a day. What a day. Excursion, paid for. I'm so happy with the guy who bought it. He is taking it back to New Jersey, all the way across the country, and he will be using it as his daily driver and his family road trip rig. They just bought a big travel trailer for his 2 kids and his wife, and they have 2 150-pound bull mastiffs. And if you ever wanted a strong, reliable, cheap to operate family tow rig from the early 2000s, he's all into the nostalgia. He had one in high school. He's been looking for another one forever, and he got this one. That is freaking awesome. And that's probably going to be it for this week's Driven Diary, because I'm smoked from today, very busy day, and struggling all different kind of logistics. But then also, next week's going to be a hellaciously busy week, so I want to make sure we are all ready for that. And so what does it look like? Well, first, this is getting picked up tonight. This is going to sit here for a week and then probably go down to Campbell, where we will check out a little bit more that needs to get done to level out the suspension mainly here. It's kind of weirdly not level. This is on Marketplace. This is going to Kansas. That's going to Kansas. This thing was super hard to fix today, but we got it fully fixed. Trailer brake controller module programmed, crank position sensor replaced, and it's ready for the trip out to Kansas. And speakers added. Didn't have any speakers for some reason. So that's what I got. Charging up walkie-talkies. I got cash to make another purchase on Sunday, in addition to a Velocity Invitational. That's what I meant to say. But I think that's going to be it recording-wise for this week. So thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, leave a like. Helps us show up higher in the YouTube algorithm. Questions or feedback, leave a comment below. And if you're not subscribed, but you watched this far, get subscribed so you don't miss next week's Driven Diary and all the other standalone videos we are putting up at the same time, and keep up to date with all the auctions and cars for sale and things like that. So until next week, I hope you go out and continue to build your own automotive dreams and stay driven.